Hey guys, this is Rachel from TMR Farms and welcome to my Homestead kitchen. Today we'll be doing apple cinnamon pancakes, so thanks for joining me. It's a new channel for me. I'm starting. You may already follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter at TMR Farms, or you may have found my other YouTube channel, TMR Farms Homestead. But I decided to start a new one to focus just on food because food is something that's really interesting to me, especially cooking from scratch with real ingredients, making everything at home instead of buying prepackaged stuff or just going to fast food restaurants or something like that. It's part of my journey toward getting healthy. It's part of my journey homesteading, and I love all aspects of food, from producing it to cooking it and then especially eating it. So I wanted a channel that just focused just on recipes because I didn't want to flood my other YouTube channel with nothing but recipes when it's more of a homesteading channel. So thanks for joining me here. I hope you enjoy the recipe videos. I'm going to be doing one a week at least. And today, for my very first recipe, I'm going to show you how to make apple cinnamon pancakes. So this is a recipe that was originally my dad's, not the apple cinnamon part. He doesn't even like cinnamon actually, but he made pancakes with the same base recipe I'm using today. And all it is egg, self-rising flour, and milk. You can swap it for an all-purpose flour and add in baking soda and baking powder instead. I've done that before, but honestly I always feel like the self-rising flour does just a little bit better for some reason, so I like to use the self-rising instead, plus it's fewer ingredients so it's easier to do. And all we do is it's a 1-to-1 ratio of flour and egg. So the twist on this one is that we're going to be putting apple in it and cinnamon, so it's going to be an apple cinnamon pancake. And we're going to put in 1 cup of self-rising flour. Hint, always crack your eggs on a flat surface. They actually crack better that way than cracking them on the side of the bowl. And so now we're going to mix in milk just until it gets to the consistency that we want. If you like a thinner pancake like I do, you mix in more milk. If you like a thicker pancake, you mix in less milk and have a thicker batter and you'll have a thicker pancake. Get the clumps out, but you can use a spoon too. That's more of the consistency that I like. Our batter is all battered and it is time to do our apple. So I'm using a green apple. You can use any other kind of apple you want. I just wouldn't recommend using a golden delicious or a red delicious or any of the softer apples. You do kind of want that tartness. So I'm going to take and do this larger side. You could do smaller sides if you want, but I kind of want some of the chunks. Squeeze out the excess juice. Because we really don't want our pancakes to be that soggy. And plop it in. I'm using real cinnamon from the bulk herb store. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon. You can go up and down with that depending on your personal taste. Cast iron, a well-seasoned cast iron skillet. You can also use a non-stick. I wouldn't suggest using just a plain stainless steel skillet because your pancakes are going to want to stick. So we're going to go with the well-seasoned cast iron. We're gonna grease it with a little bit of coconut oil just to give that extra slickness. And plus, I've also found that the coconut oil gives a nice crispy kind of texture on the outside of the pancake a little bit. So we just pour in a little bit of our batter to the size we want our pancake to be. You can go bigger or smaller. And because it's got all these apple lumps in it, we're gonna just spread it out a little bit. With a normal pancake, it would spread itself. Okay guys, so we know it's getting ready to flip to the other side because you can see bubbles coming up and popping through the middle of it. That means that it's getting ready to flip. I hope you can kind of see how it starts to get a little bit done looking around the edges and then it's bubbling in the middle. So we just very carefully flop it over, and that is a beautiful pancake. Once it's golden brown on both sides, you can even poke it in the center to double check. But it's golden brown on both sides, the inside is done, so we remove it. We're gonna butter it and we're gonna wash, rinse, and repeat till we're done with all our batter. And I do put fresh coconut oil in between each batch. If you're hearing the sizzling and popping, that's actually not from this pan. It's from the pan behind it where I'm cooking some apples. See? That's where all the sizzling and cracking and popping is coming from back there. We've got all our pancakes done. This particular batch of the 1 cup, 1 egg, and the apples and milk makes 3 large pancakes about this size. I've grilled off some apples in a skillet with some coconut oil and a little bit of cinnamon just until they're tender to put on top. Buttered each layer. And now we're just gonna pour a little bit of maple syrup on top for sweetness. You could even top it with whipped cream or ice cream even, but I like it just like this. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe down below, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Terramar Farms, and I will see y'all next time.